Hello, and welcome back to episode 2 of In Moderation. So, as you saw in the intro there, we went over to the calcite deposit over there, and I mined up a bunch of calcite and diorite because there was diorite back there. Mainly because today I'm wanting to start work on our starter house. And I have a good idea of what I want to build for the starter house. The problem is that we are going to need a lot of resources before we are able to start this starter house. So one of the first things that we are going to need is actually this right here, archwood. Now, I was debating on mining out this entire structure here because I'm planning on using a lot of source stone as well for my build and using archwood as a foundation for the build. But I do think that I like the fact that we have this little outpost here. It kind of is like, will be reminiscent of like later on in the series, in my opinion, to have this still be here. So I do not want to really destroy it. But it does mean that we need to find a way to get source stone and archwood without taking down this entire structure, which is pretty easy to do actually. All we have to do is start making source stone ourselves and also just find saplings and trees around the world for this archwood. As you can see over there, that yellow tree is part of Ars Additions. Unfortunately, it's not the same archwood as that you would find here, but it is a start. So then for today, our goal today is to find the resources I need to build my starter home and then actually build the starter home myself. So we already explored out pretty far in that direction last episode, so I kind of want to explore out into the ocean. Mainly because I need a resource called Osirine, which is from the Create mod. And I do know you can find this sometimes above ground in like very stony shores, deposits and stuff like that. And that is what I'm trying to find because I'm wanting to use Osirine a ton for the roof of my house. So that is going to be what my goal is today, is to find Osirine, as well as getting all the archwood types as well.
Editor Obby here. I do now know it's pronounced assuring. I am sorry for my horrible pronunciation.
So let's go out to sea and start exploring. I should have crafted a boat beforehand, though. Oh my. There's another one just across the ocean here for us. Okay. Well, seems like we're going to go look at that. In fact, I might tear down that one myself. We also have the blazing wood over there, so that's going to be nice to start us out with. I'm wanting to get all 4 of the main Ars wood, though. This starter home is going to be very heavily inspired by Ars Nouveau building blocks, just because I think that is the mod that I'm going to be starting out with the most. I do want to get into Create and Farmer's Delight, do not get me wrong. But Ars, I think, is always like one of the best mods to get started with because you can get like Fortune 3 and stuff pretty early on, honestly. And it is very helpful when it comes to the rest of the game. All right, let's get this warp nexus. I really hope these actually work as like waystone entities because if not, I'm just collecting them for no reason right now. Let's see, do we have the store underneath? It seems like we do not. That is fine though. I do want to go and get the source stone from over there later. But first, let's go ahead and get the blazing wood from over here. Oh, wait, this is also a portal thing. Not a portal thing, a generated structure. Okay. Let me get these source berries. All right, all right. Ooh, okay, okay. Well, let's see what tier 1 glyph we get. Knockback. A little bit more useful than rotate, I think, but still could have been a little bit better. Now to try and get a sapling. There we go. That took way too long to get 2 saplings. Honestly, I should probably make this boat into a chest boat so that way I have a little bit more inventory space. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's go ahead and craft up a chest here and put it on our boat. It's not like I'm planning on bringing back any animals or something with me. All right, we got 2 more codex entries. Okay, let's see what these are going to look like for us. Snare And rune. Okay, okay. Rune, I think, can be quite useful. So that I am pretty happy with. But we still have not found any Asurine at all, so let's keep searching. Oh my. Yes! This is exactly what I've been wanting. Ah, passion fruit as well. So many goodies. Oh my goodness. Another Wixie token. We got the Scryer's Oculus. Got a Scryer's Scroll up there. Ah, this is beautiful. This is exactly what I've been wanting. And of course, I am definitely going to try on these Arcana stuff. Look at how fancy I look now. The shield kind of gets in the way. Look how fancy I look with these Arcanus robes. Very, very nice. While we're here, we're also going to loot a bunch of this stuff, of course, though, too. I mean, I want these tables, and I would take the source jar as well. Wonder what the books are. Let's go ahead and get our random tier glyphs. Interact and Underfoot. Underfoot can be very useful. Wonder if these books are anything. Just codex entries as well? Okay, sweet. Ooh, and the Mage Bloom seed. Of course, I'm definitely taking that. And the source gem block that's under here. Ah, good thing I didn't forget about that. Yep. All right, we have so much stuff now that I think that we have to kind of make a pit stop at home again before I actually keep going out. All right, then. We'll go over to this last island over here, and then we'll start making our way back to our outpost area. And we're going to get ourselves situated before we go out again to find some more Asurine. Oh, cool. We have limestone actually right next to our outpost over there. Because our outpost, this is the first outpost that we visited in the episode today. Our other outpost is right over there. So that's going to be good if I ever want to build with limestone, for sure, for sure. Ah, here we go. I see a tinge of purple over there, and yes, it is another sapling that I need. Or not sapling. It's the leaves that I need for the other archwood type that I need. Yes, archwood. Archwood. All right, we got our 3 saplings, but I also came to this area because I saw something that I think might be a really cool place to build. So if we just head down this river a little bit, hit the salmon because they're always in our way constantly, and we turn our course over to this side of the, I guess this is a lake, lagoon, river. It's a giant river, I think. But over here, we have a very nice opening with a forest right here and a beautiful mountain range in the background. This is, I'm pretty sure, the same exact mountain range that we saw in episode 1 that has the village on the other side. So we still have pretty easy access to the village from over here. But this, I think, is going to be an extremely beautiful area to build at. In fact, let's go into free cam real quick to check, just to see how this area looks from a distance. And oh my goodness, this would be a beautiful place, especially if I clear out this part of the forest right here. This is going to be a beautiful place to set up home base. Oh, and I see that we have a cherry grove biome over there. Great. Another wood type even. And some onions just to top it all off. Oh, thank goodness. So with this being the location I am probably going to make my base at, I think it is a good idea to make some chests here and just put our storage here for the time being. Obviously, I do want to make a better storage system in probably a couple episodes of time, but for the time being, just getting some chests down and putting our stuff away will be what we need most of all. The good thing about this location also is that we have a giant river that leads to the ocean back there. That is the ocean that is right next to our outpost. So this is going to be a very, very seamless and easy move, I think. Ah, yes, the outpost right over there. This is such a really cool seed. Like with all the like mountains and stone piling things into the ocean, making everything look way taller than it actually is. I genuinely really like this seed. I hope that we enjoy it a little bit more. Oh, hello, bird. Sorry, I already have another parrot though. Can't be getting too many. You don't want to have too many parrots, okay? They squeak so much. All right, time to pack up everything and move it over to the new base. All right, we're still making pretty good daylight. It seems like it's just now past half noon. So let's get our parrot and let's head down to the boat. Over here, buddy. Come onto my shoulder here. Can you not get on because you're in the water? Let me try and teleport you out of the water here. Nope, come to me. Onto my shoulder. Get on my shoulder. Will they not get on my shoulder when I am in a boat? I thought that was like one of their biggest features, is that they are small and they can grow on my shoulder whenever. I got him on my shoulder. Let's see if I can right-click the boat from here. No, I cannot. How do I do this? We're just gonna bridge over here. And can I right-click the boat? Nope. One more block, maybe? Can't right-click it from above. Nope, cut, please. Buddy, stay with me. Come on. What are you looking for? Is he wanting the fish? Why are you going back into the jungle? You're mine! Come back to me, parrot! Come on, onto my shoulder. Okay, you're annoying. Gonna have to constantly teleport this thing, am I? Can't you just climb on my shoulder? Nope, come. Come down here, please. Onto my shoulder. There we go. Ah, yes. Finally. And it's almost nighttime. Thanks, bird. I don't want to have to deal with the bird getting on my shoulder again, so I'm just going to go all the way there even throughout the night and then just sleep when I get there. Yes. And we are back to our new home base. Let's hurry up and sleep before any creepers blow up our stuff. And of course, our bird decided to stay in the boat. Lovely. Exactly what I wanted. Oh, wandering trader. Hello, good sir. What do you have to offer? Nothing really of use to me. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can see something that will be of use to me, though. Nah, I won't do it. That's too inhumane. That's cool. I found these 2 leads that are on the ground. So first things first, I do want to plant these archwood saplings here because I think the blue archwood is going to look best with the base that I have in mind. I the cascading one. So let's go ahead and plant these down. It's very useful that the village is just right over the mountain there. It means that we can go ahead and get villagers whenever we need to. So that is going to be very useful. And it's also very useful that we have spruce wood right over there. So we have acacia, we have cherry wood over there, spruce, oak and birch, and jungle. Now, if we could get some dark oak wood, that would be very much helpful as well. But we still have a quite bit of wood variety around us. Unfortunately, we have fire spread on because I did not disable that. And I do not have commands to change that now at this point. And I do not want to figure out how to do it in the Minecraft folder. So yeah, we are stuck with fire spread on, which means that I don't really want to make anything that can be flammable due to lightning or anything like that. So more than likely, most of the bases that we make are going to be out of stones, just because of the fact that we have fire spread on. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Trust me, I like using wood a lot in my builds as well, but I think that it's still going to be a nice, unique challenge by having it not burn down. Of course, I could just make a copper rod, and I mean, to be fair, probably am going to, but I still think that it is just a good idea to overall not have to worry about lightning striking my base ever and having it burned down. So we are going to definitely keep the fire law, we're definitely going to keep it a stone build. Actually, I realize I have bones here. Let me keep 7 in case I find a wolf that I want. But I could just, like, go up here and bone meal these. There we go. And in fact, it might honestly only need 1 tree worth of archwood in order for me to work. Actually, no, I don't think I have any andesite yet. I could make the tree decapitator thing that Create has with the hand crank, but it's fine. I'll just go ahead and cut this tree down manually. Now, I am unsure if 56 archwood is going to be actually enough for what I need, but it will be at least a start and we can get the foundation of the build ready. But I still need to find that osirine. Where am I going to find it? All right, I have finally found some asurine. And my base is just like right over there, but I went out traveling the entirety of the ocean across that river. Like if I keep going down that way, it would go into another ocean. But luckily, it was actually a lot closer by than I realized. Unfortunately, it's all underwater, meaning that I got some doors here in order to hopefully be able to mine it better, but it is going to still be a bit of a pain in order to get all the stuff that I need. Because I don't know how much exactly I need for the base that I plan on building today, but it is still going to be quite a bit, and it is actually right down here that I need to go. Luckily, there's a lot more down here at this level, so I think what I'm going to do is place a door here, heal up some, and get started with some mining. All right, and we are back, and we have gotten ourselves around 5.5 stacks of asurine, and I think that means that we are able to start building our starter home. Except one small issue. I do not like the grass in the plains. I much prefer the grass here in the forest biome. So I'm going to do some clearing of the land here in order to get the biome that I want for this entire base. So I'm going to go ahead and chop down a bunch of trees here, which will actually be useful because we are actually going to be using framed blocks in this build as well. So that's going to be nice to get all this wood so we can get those frame blocks going up and running. And yeah, I will see you guys right after I'm done clearing out all of this. All right, we are back, and I have cleared out a little chunk of the forest here and also cleared out a bit of land for the house. We also have a wandering trader here, and the wandering trader is giving away a mangrove propagule. And that is something that I would want. Do I have? Yes, I do have enough emeralds just for one, because I don't know if I have a mangrove swamp anywhere nearby. Because this world right now is limited to a 3,000 block radius, I'm pretty sure. Uh, Basically, I keep expanding the world border every time that there's going to be a new mod added. But until then, like, I have to keep this world kind of small so that way I don't have, like, a bunch of ways to travel just in order to find stuff for a new mod once I add it. But yeah, so that mangrove propagule was really helpful. Nautilus shell might also be useful, but I don't think I care for that yet. But either way, it is time to get started on our build. But before that, I am wanting to make a frame saw. So in order to make a framing saw, you need to use 3 frame cubes and an iron ingot. And these are very, very easy to craft. I mean, just take some sticks and planks. So let's go ahead and craft these up. Craft just a bunch of these because we're going to be using a bunch of them. And then craft one of these. We're not going to be using too many framed blocks in this one. Just because, like, to be completely fair here, I don't want this to be a massive house. And it's not going to be a house that's going to be, like, heavily detailed or anything like that. This is a starter house. I like the idea that starter houses are meant to be small. Like, they are meant to hold stuff until you are ready to move on to bigger and better things. I am not wanting to make this to be like a heavily complex, heavily detailed starter home that takes like multiple times to get a bunch of materials for. I mean, like looking at our day right now, we're already on day 16 and I still don't even have a house. So, like, that already to me is like, that's a little too much here. But I'm also the kind of person that I want to put effort into building things. One of the things that I struggle with a lot in Minecraft is my desire to build things and build them to completion. So I am wanting to start off pretty small, I think, but a good size that where I'm able to fit most of the things that I want to do from Ars here. Anyways, I think with that said, it is time to start a building time lapse. So I'll see you all once that is over. So let's get started. And build has been complete. Now, here we're getting a 360 of the entire build. I just now realized I missed this, but I'll get that in a second. But yeah, so this is the entire build in all of its glory. very small, very simple, and it's very, very straight and symmetrical. I didn't want to go with something like too complicated for the very first time that I'm doing this. I also realized how straight and symmetrical it is while I was placing the windows in, and I was like, I don't really like how it just feels the same no matter where I go. So I added the leaves here last minute. And I did alternate them between if it's a window, it's going to be right next to the window, and if it's not a window part, then it goes down here. I think it gives it just a tad bit more diversity. But other than that, yeah, that is the entire build. I mean, obviously, we still have to work on the inside here because the inside is completely empty and hollow right now. But it will definitely get filled in with time, especially because next episode we probably will be doing a storage system next episode and diving right into Ars Nouveau. But first, let me go ahead and fix that one missing block because it is annoying me. And boop, there we go. Now we have the entire thing actually finished, at least the exterior. We are definitely going to be going in and doing the interior next episode, as well as getting started with Ars Nouveau, especially because I am wanting to get the storage lectern. The storage lectern, in my opinion, is going to be the best way to maintain storage in this early game. And I kind of was like getting saplings from all of the archwood today for that as well. I do still have to get the green one, but like literally we've seen so many green trees around here that I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem to get. But yeah, I am pretty happy and pretty excited to have my first starter home finished. And yeah, the last thing I want to do is that I want to go ahead and illuminate the area in order to make sure mobs don't spawn. But I don't like the fact that this is visible. And just so you know, I did go ahead and create this earlier. All it is just a lantern and a torch. You place it on here, and then you click on Conjure Mage Light, select it, and then you can create it. But yeah, I don't want that to be visible personally. I like invisible light. So what we can do is come here to color spell, if I remember correctly. And if I turn all these this way, is it invisible? Yes. Now, time to light up this area, and while night is falling, we are going to go ahead and give ourselves a bit of light here. Let's also give it on the build itself some. I'll make sure that they're all coordinated with the leaves, I think, just so that way I know which ones to break when I get to better lights. So where's that one? Yeah, get rid of that one here. All right. Yeah, this is looking really good. And while illuminating the area, it is going to look even better. But I think that is going to be it for this episode of In Moderation. So if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you have to do, or don't. It's all up to you on if you want to do that or not. And I will all see you next time.